Hi everybody, welcome to the video and welcome to Goodwill. As you can see, of course, it's getting closer and closer to Halloween. Large decorations out there. Crazy. I'm looking out for that one mask, the scary movie ghost face mask. Sometimes they'll have them floating around on these shelves, and if you do find it, you know, it's pretty good, like a $30 sale on eBay. I'm gonna come over to the glass. They have the glass well hidden over here on this side. Let's check out the shoes. Nothing really exciting in the hard good. I'm looking for that mask. Just your standard ghost face masks. Nothing really, not really good resale value there. Lots of Master of the Universe stuff. A couple of these Lego Star Wars items, which the Obi-Wan is definitely a one to look out for, but they have it for $21, and for $21 it's after fees and shipping supplies and all that, it's not really going to be worth it. The Luke doesn't go for that much. As you can see, right around probably between 30 to 40 bucks on that. New in the box, that is. So I wanted to look at it, take a look, make sure it was new in the box, and I couldn't see the price tag from here, so I will have them open it just so I can take a look. As you can see, I don't buy these, so I don't buy all Legos. I don't really care for these figures for my own personal collection. And then as far as the Master of the Universe, those really aren't where I've already looked those up. I did have her already open the case. I was able to look at them. The price wasn't there, so we're gonna swing by the purses. Haven't really seen anything good here on their purse wall, but it is along the path that I take to get towards the back. Similar to one of the other Goodwills I frequent as well, where I check out the glass, and I usually will walk along the side where the purses are just to get over to start looking at the electronics. As you can see, they're still working on those fitting rooms. Shoes over there to the right. That shoe aisle, well, yeah, they got more shoes in there for sure, but the space in between is pretty pretty tight. Pretty tight. Yeah. Barely 2 carts fit, yeah, down the middle of those aisles now. I'm gonna come over here. I want to cut into the start over here on the toys, and as you can see, it's pretty. And someone was already in there having a good time, it looks like. So I'm going to start looking over here in this little section. There's someone here already in the aisle. I wish they had a better spot for their hats here at this one, just because it's kind of, everything's all crunched in there. This aisle, it's a darker aisle. They need more lighting in this aisle. These Funko Pops. Most Funko Pops really aren't worth it. I believe the market is getting really saturated with these pops now. So these are definitely not a good buy, but I'm going to look them up just in case. And the reason why I'm going to look them up is because the character is a pretty popular Star Wars character, Cade Bane. He's not in any of the original movies or anything, and not even in the what do you call it, prequels. He's from the animated series. But pops are really, in my personal opinion, are gonna swiftly probably become the Beanie Baby of our generation. But I mean, they still have a considerable following, but most of them are probably only worth whatever you paid for them. Maybe a little bit less. So we're just going to quickly scan the UPC code. And just because it is a modern item, it is a pop, so pops are popular. This UPC code should be in there. And I want to put them all back. All back on the shelf. In order for it to be worth it, I have to get them for like $1 a piece. But a lot of people, especially if you go to garage sales, like I mean, I've been to garage sales where, you know, they're charging the collector price or what they paid for them, and I would have to get them at $1, maybe $2 a piece in order to make it worth it. A Mikasa, something in the box, wasn't really worth it. But I'll tell you what, it's not really too great today. I'm definitely going to scope out the keyboards. I'm going into the electronic area here. Oh, this aisle's getting filled up here with people. However, these boxes and everything of electronics haven't really been turning up anything very good as of late. So I should probably just walk right by it, but I'm always like, you know, I have found some great stuff on here, so I definitely want to just take a little bit of a closer look and see what else, you know, what's on the show, what's hiding behind the other boxes as well too. But it's the same old stuff, nothing really crazy there. I'm gonna glance at the lamps, but I'm not necessarily gonna pick up any lamps. I saw this this old amp, these two matching pair of lamps. They're probably worth it. But I'm definitely gonna scan. I mean, if they're like $1 million, I'm definitely gonna scoop them up, and I'll work on shipping those. But you know, you have the glass top, you have the glass bottom, lots of, you know, fragile pieces. You're gonna need a big enough box to accommodate, you know, the size as well as the cushioning. To me, I was just weighing all those on my mind. It's not going to be worth it overall. It's going to be worth it to sell it and potentially not be able to pack it well enough to survive a trip to where it's going to go. We've been seeing this little hedgehog here on the shelves for quite some time. I'm finally going to scoop them up. It's not worth it. It's not worth reselling. Don't buy this item if you're looking to resell it. I'm buying it because it's going in our home. If you watch this video and you really want it, I will sell it to you. I'll let you know all the details if you really want that thing from me. Looking at the golf clubs, just because I've had some good success with golf clubs as of late. Golf clubs are still selling. The golf clubs I have are selling well. So I'm definitely going to scope them out just to see if there's anything there worth reselling. But at this Goodwill, I found some good golf clubs once, but that was it, and that was a while ago, so it doesn't usually the good ones, for some reason or another, who knows, don't usually get delivered here to this Goodwill. Scanning the pack, scanning everything here. I'm looking for, what am I looking for? I'm looking for any Toomey bags. I'm looking also for Yeti. Any Yeti coolers are really good. We have found a Yeti cooler here. Sold it for $225. Picked it up for, I think, like $6 here. So look out for Yeti coolers. Sometimes you'll find the Yeti insulated cups. Those don't really go for that much. And the ones I found have been branded by other companies, so not very desirable if it's been branded by somebody else. If it has the Yeti logo, but then, you know, it's, I don't know, Microsoft or something printed on it as well. Not as desirable like that, but still could be worth something if you get it for a good price and it's pretty clean on the inside. You know my feelings on the wood section. I don't like it. I don't find anything there. Well, I should say I don't. I have found stuff in the wood section. It's just it's not. I don't typically find stuff in there, so I should just walk by it for the sake of the video, for the sake of showing you guys what's here. You know what exactly I'm passing up. Maybe you should pass it up too. Maybe you have a little more knowledge than me in this area, in this category. Maybe you're seeing something here that does have value. And let me know. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if I'm passing something up that I should be buying. Please let me know. I'm always willing to learn, and I'm always chasing profits. Like I'm going to talk about at the end of the video is growth. I'm always looking to grow this business. You know, everything's getting more expensive. Inflation. I got kids. Kids are getting older. Kids are in high school. So everything gets more expensive. We got to grow. We have to grow. These end caps. We're going to take a look. Scan the end caps. I found some great stuff on the end caps in the past. I know I don't think you've really seen me pick up anything really that great on the end caps, but a lot of things can be hiding on these end caps. And sometimes things get moved around from other areas of the store. As you can see, the end caps are primarily color coded, and then sometimes there's those other colors scattered throughout the other shelves. So occasionally they'll pull stuff and bring them into those color coordinated end caps. Plates, bowls, metalware. Washington, D.C. Not a mug I'm going to pick up. It just, I think Washington, D.C. a lot of... The reason... It's not really worth that much. It's not worth reselling. And the reason behind it, I think, is because there's a lot of tourists. And, they go to Washington, D.C. And you'll find that a lot of touristy areas, such as Washington, D.C., such as like San Francisco, which is near me, Hawaii, those stuff don't really tend to bring a lot of, value, because there's so many of them. There's so many people visiting these areas, and they bring all that stuff back, and eventually they get rid of it. We have some ceramic fruit there. What I'm just noticing is there's one of those you're gonna see it towards the end of the video. I'm gonna grab that little character that was on top of that shelf, but he wasn't there originally. Now that I'm rewatching this video, it's like, wait a second, was there a second zombie guy at the store? Because I do pick that guy up, but I don't know if it's that one or if it got moved. Suspicious. But I'm running through my progressions. I'm checking all the end caps. It's something you're going to have to learn. You have to learn, develop a sort of pattern that you go through the store at. It just happens naturally for me. It probably happens for a lot of people just naturally. You'll develop a natural flow in the store. And actually, they recently shifted things around in this store, so it's been throwing me off. I haven't, gotten my bearings yet. So I'm progressing through the store, in a fashion in which I feel comfortable with, and which will allow me to kind of see everything really quick. And then if I want to go back and take second looks, I will. But I'll get a general sense of what's on the shelves and what I, potentially may be profitable or not, and I'll move through everything. And it allows me to show you guys what's on the shelves of my Goodwills, and what, if you're ever in my area, in the Bay Area, California, San Jose, this is what you can expect. So if you're, if you're someone who's going to be going on vacation, or someone who's going to be coming to this area and you like to frequent Goodwills, this is what you can expect. So that was kind of cool, like a little Texas mug. I was back at this Goodwill not too long ago, and that Texas cup definitely moved over to where the mugs are now. I saw that same Texas mug over with the regular mugs. Their little Target area. Nothing super cool here. A lot of Nerf stuff. Those the Nerf guns generally don't bring too much. The ones you want to look out for are the the latest ones with the gel. They shoot those little gel beads out. Those are pretty popular now. I've sold a couple of those, and they sell relatively quickly, brand new in the box. But be careful. Make sure you open it. Inspect it. Make sure all the parts are in there. So check out some miscellaneous pottery. This is the pottery that generally doesn't find a home on the end caps, as well as this is the white pottery section, which I pretty much treat as the clear glass. There's some milk glass here. This is pretty cool. A little like candy dish. It's in good condition, but milk glass just doesn't bring in the profits that you would think it would with all the views it gets. Every time I list a milk glass piece, which I don't have any in stock right now, it just gets tons of views. Just people just start flooding it, looking at it, and watchers and everything. It could be listed for $5, and everybody's gonna be looking at it forever. No one's gonna buy it. So I don't buy milk glass. It has to be something pretty spectacular, and that wasn't spectacular. It was nice piece, very nice piece. Just no profit. No profit in it. Another milk glass, probably from someone's collection. Again, just not, not very profitable. Now we're gonna take a look, and nothing. $10 to $15, maybe, but just my history with milk glass isn't very good, so I'm gonna leave it. There's a that tortilla thing was pretty cool. That Ray Dunn tortilla holder, just nice ceramic holder. One sold comp on that. Several others listed. Actually, one listed might be good, but it was kind of dirty on the inside. And look at that, they wanted $16 for it. So no. If you have to compete with somebody where somebody else has it listed and you're going to pay $16, you're not going to make that much profit on it, and it's not really worth the time and the effort, the weight of it, the shipping supplies. Not going to be worth it. A little like stained glass plug-in night lights. Don't have much sales history with night lights. I do sell some of the not night lights, but the like the scent oil diffusers, like from Bath and Body Works. Those do pretty well if you get them for the right price. You can make good profit on them. Not much here, as you can see, not much. And my video, the video I dropped on Sunday, not much. But this is all in one day, so I'm doing all these, all this content I'm doing in one day. So overall, it's it's a good amount, decent amount of stuff. But to sustain my store, I gotta go. I do a lot more sourcing days, so, and I supplement that with flea market trips. So we're gonna continue on down the road. Or down the aisles, I should say. I'll look inside this, scope out this bin here. Ooh, and then we find a corduroy. This Supreme. And as a reseller, I mean, all resellers that are into clothing and or pop culture. It looks like somebody else is there. Those are mirrors. No Supreme. If you're if you're into clothing, if you're into pop culture, or not pop culture, or just if you're into trends and brands, Supreme is a good brand to pick up. Be cautious. Make sure it is legitimate. There are a lot of fakes out there. with that pig. There are other sculptures, I believe, of from that similar style and or that similar artist. But it's, you know, unless it's worth like $100 to $100 something, maybe even $80, I might want to deal with it. But the weight, the size, shipping it out for $25 is, and I'm not sure what I'm going to pay for it. I mean, I'm not going to pay for it, but I'm not sure what it costs. But it was not worth it. At almost $10, you know, the shipping supplies and everything, you'll make at the end of the day, maybe you'll make about $10 on it. Not really worth my time, and I don't really like the item, so I'm not gonna buy it. Anything sold, anything sold, anything sold. You'll see me as I'm running through, you know, this listing to see what's sold, what's listed, which then you can figure out what your sell-through rate is on those items. Generally, you want more sold than there are listed, but even if there's an equal amount of sold and listed, that's pretty good. If there's, you know, even if there's like, you know, a little bit more listed and still quite a bit sold, you know, that's still pretty good too. You can break it down even further, get the percentages if you want, but I just glance at it and can tell really quickly if it's good or not good, or if it's a good item to pick up because it's going to sell quick or not sell quick, or even not sell at all if there's no sold comps. I hope that came across good. I hope my words came across good on the video, or you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm going to check out this little sculpture here. I feel like there's a lot of sold comps on that artist, but it was pretty chipped up, and I don't really like it. So here we are on the little Halloween shelf. This guy would be a good pickup, but I was just going to test him out, see if it worked. But you need a screwdriver to open it, and I didn't have a screwdriver on hand to open that, so open it, and not just open it, but also have batteries for it too. So I had neither on me, so I didn't want to risk it. It's a bit tall, so it's gonna need a bigger box. So I'm definitely gonna leave it behind, but I do spot the little see, this is where I actually pick up the little zombie guy. You see him down to the lower right side. Oh yeah, I was double checking the price and everything on that. But if you guys can find that at a garage sale or something for $1, $2, $5, that'd be a good pickup. This guy right here, this little zombie guy, I picked this guy up, and we're gonna check him out really quick. I'm not really sure exactly what he's called. I know he's a Gemmy for sure, but not, as you can see, I Google imaged it, but not that much history. So I'm gonna look this up. There's a sold comp, $49.97, which is pretty good, and nothing else listed. Sometimes you see me pull the screen down to try to refresh it. On occasion, for some reason, it won't give me all the listings right off the bat. So I just yank it down really quick, and it refreshes, and boom, it'll show me everything. This one, though, appeared to be in the original box, so I'm going to steal that title, look for it here. That's the only one. I'm going to check to see, are there any listed right now using that title? No. So I'm definitely going to pick him up. He's pretty cool. You know, the battery compartment, and he's smaller too, so even if he works or doesn't work, I still think he'll move pretty quickly, pretty good. Seems rare, and seems like it is, like there is a market, especially right now with Halloween. It is Gemmy, so it's a bigger name. And as you can tell, I mean, the one sold, none listed. That's what you want But generally, I want to see a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more sold or a little more listed, something, some signs of life. So we have a Supreme hat here. Here's the corduroy version. Last sold $50 for that one. So 40 to 50 bucks on this hat. We're getting it at an incredible price. There's another one here listed for 40. We're checking the tags, checking the pictures, making sure ours match up here. I will go home, check it out later with against other legitimate pictures, not just sold on eBay. Just to be sure, because it is Supreme. Supreme is pretty faked, so you want to be cautious when you're picking up designer products. And here we go, looking down the miscellaneous aisle just one more time. We are going to be ending this trip here shortly, and I am going to move down the road to the next Goodwill. And not much else. This trip wasn't that great. I don't know. It's coming towards the end of summer. Maybe people aren't donating as much. Goodwills, yes, some stuff you donate to that specific Goodwill will get put on the floor. A lot of it does get sent out to their central warehouse here in our area. And then from there, it could be distributed to other Goodwills that may, not have that much in stock. Or it might be put online because it's considered more valuable. It may go to the boutique store, depending upon, the value that they end up assigning to it. So when you donate stuff to Goodwill, it doesn't necessarily stay at that Goodwill. And some hunting stuff, but not much else here, guys. But we're going to go into the recap. Look at these two items I picked up for resale. Not the little hamster guy or hedgehog guy. He is not for resale. And then we'll discuss the topic of the day, which is growth. Okay, everybody, welcome to the recap. So, just a couple things here to go over really quick, and then we'll get into the subject of growth, business, reseller business growth. So, first thing is Halloween. I'm trying to pick up Halloween stuff. We're already setting up Halloween, so $11.49. Now, this guy does sing a song. I'm not going to put it on because there'll be a copyright. But he's supposed to dance. He doesn't dance. I might try to take it apart, see if there's... Maybe it just needs a fresh pair of batteries or something I can fix relatively quickly. We will take a look. If you are, if you have some sort of technical backgrounds, that might be something you want to do. I know it's not for everybody. Some people just want to buy things that work and then that's it. Or they don't work, they don't pick it up. But in this case, there was only one listed, and I think it was a unique enough item. It is a Gemmy, Jemmy, so those are pretty popular around the holidays. But this little zombie, business guy? Hopefully we'll see here, maybe about $30 or $40 for that. And then the other item was the corduroy Supreme hat. Here it is right here. Be cautious. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you look at the stitching. Everything should be nice and well done. There shouldn't be any loose threads, or make sure it has the appropriate tag. Cross-reference it with pictures online. There it is right there. Sold comps. Look at other sites, and just compare it. And if there's any warning signs, it's any warning signs to me is ultimately a no buy. So this should be like $40 to $50 for this Supreme corduroy hat. So the topic for today is growth, and I talked about it yesterday. We are going to see growth this year, which is great, and it's great in any business. And I know a lot of people resell to make a little bit of extra money. They're not necessarily looking to make it a full-time job. But every year costs go up. If you have children, every year costs go up. You have to buy new clothes. You have to buy new shoes. They go to a different grade in school. Once they get to high school, they go to sports. Costs just start to skyrocket from there. So whether or not, you're just doing it part-time, you're just doing it like as a hobby, just trying to earn a few extra dollars, growth is important because costs are going to go up. So, you're going to need, are you going to find another job? Or are you going to work on getting promoted? Or are you just going to, try to bump up your reselling? Now, in a regular job, there's a set, pay rate. You get paid so much per hour, or a salary. You get paid so much per year. There are potential raises that you can get. There are potential promotions you can get, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen like you get a job and then you get promoted the next month. I mean, it's pretty rare. So, but in reselling, I can go out there and find, in a matter of about 30, 40 minutes, a $40 or $50 hat. And this cost me $4.19. So if I sell it for 40, we're probably making about right around $30 or so in profit. So $30 in less than an hour. I think that's pretty good. Then we got the other guy here. This was $11. So this might be like a $20 profit item. So we got about a total of about $50 maybe in expected profit that we earned from going to the Goodwill, spending about 30 to 45 minutes there. So not bad from an hourly perspective. Not enough to sustain, I might be able to sustain some stores, depending upon your listing goals, your profit goals, how many items you want to have in your store. But for me, I need a lot more than that. But in these videos, I'm going to different locations, and that leads me into the first, I'm going to go over primarily two things here about growth, and that is sourcing and finding your products. It's so important to be able to have products in your store. If you go to the mall, if you go to stores, if you see stores that don't really have that much inventory in there, are you really, are you inclined to go in there? Is that like an inviting, like you see only a few, you go to a shoe store and maybe they only have like 10 different styles or so. I like variety. I don't know what I want when I'm walking into a store usually. So I want to be able to have a good selection. And if I see a store that just has a few things on the shelves, it looks like they're going out of business, I'm just walking right by. Same thing with your online store. You want to have a lot of items on there. You want to have a good selection for people. Not only that, when I talked about the other day slowdown in sales, you want to be in different categories because somebody might be looking for hats, somebody might be looking for home decor, and one way to combat potential slow sale in a specific category is to be in another category. So, but you have to be able to source those items. Now, as you continue to grow your business, you're going to be needing more stuff. What's the primary three that we get our stuff from? Thrifting, thrift stores, flea markets, and or garage sales are the last one. Some people are just garage sale people. Some people are just flea market people. Some people are just thrifters. There's other ways to accumulate stuff. You can do storage locker buying. You can eventually develop connections with people that'll help supply you with stuff. So there are different ways. Those two are a little bit harder, connecting with people that already have inventory to supply you with. That takes a little bit of time to develop those relationships. As far as storage lockers, that's a whole nother beast. I mean, you need an incredible storage unit. You need to be able to move stuff back and forth. So that's why I'm not going to touch on those. I'm going to touch on those three. So first of all, with thrift stores, flea markets, identify what's in your area. Now, how far you want to travel, that is up to you. For me, I don't have to travel very far. So I don't even, I don't even take into consideration the amount of gas it's going to take me because within just to be generous, a 15-mile radius, there's 4 Goodwills, a Savers, I know there's 2 other thrift shops, and there's a large flea market. So actually there's actually 2 flea markets if you count there's one that's once a month. It's the third Saturday of every month. So count 2 flea markets within about a 15-mile radius of me. That's being a little bit generous on the distance, but that helps, and I'm very grateful, and it's a benefit for me to be able to have those so closely. I don't have to drive very far. I just go boom. I hit one. They're usually like an order, so I can go boom, 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 and just hit them all in one shot, which allows me to make these videos, to get the content for these videos in one day because they're just doom, 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 and I hit each one. Just a matter of how much time I want to spend at each venue. So, identifying where the spots are that you're going to travel to source your items in your town or in a neighboring town. Plan out what we call like scouting missions when we go to other thrift stores that we don't usually go to. We'll scope them out like on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and just kind of see what kind of products they have, how often do they get stuff, what are their prices like, what are the people like there, is it an inviting environment. Ultimately, it's if they have profitable items, of course. So, so we do go on little scouting missions out to other thrift stores, just take a look, and then if it doesn't look good, generally we'll all right, we'll put it in the bag. We will probably not go over there because it's probably not worth our time. But maybe a few more months down the road, maybe half a year, maybe things have changed, and we'll go check it out again and continue the cycle. But right now, we go to 4 Goodwills, we go to 1 flea market, potentially 2 flea markets. We don't really go to a lot of garage sales, just because of the constant driving around to each garage sale. And generally, from what I have found from my experience, it takes about 10 garage sales until you find something worth buying for your reselling business. So how much time you want to devote to sourcing is also a big key. Do you have a whole day? Do you have a family? Do you have kids that I have kids that go to school. They have sports. So, my weeks are pretty busy. My evenings are pretty busy. They get pretty busy once the kids get out of school. So, you got to take that into consideration. What time of the day? So that goes into scouting out thrift stores, seeing when they get the best stuff. So that way you can maximize your time and get as much inventory as possible all at once. Now, for me, what I prefer is flea markets. Flea markets are like garage sale on steroids because everybody is bringing everything to one location. You go there, you either pay a parking fee or you pay an entrance fee, and boom, there's all kinds of people there. So for us, the flea market is always good. They're open. The one I go to primarily, they're open Wednesday through Sunday. Sundays are some of the best days because the most sellers are there, but also the most buyers are there. So there's a lot of traffic. Prices do go up a little bit because sellers do anticipate a lot of competition, a lot of buyers. And then on the other slower days, typically, you can get better deals just because there's not that many buyers there for the sellers to sell to. So, however, lately we've had a lot of inventory, so I really haven't been taking Sundays off just because we don't really need the massive amount of inventory that we would normally get on a Sunday. And some of the stuff that I'm buying for these videos is kind of backing up in my storage here. I'm like, in my garage, I should say. Not really in my storage, garage. I do store stuff in here, but it shouldn't be stored here. It should be all for our home decorations and everything. But those items are starting to get it backed up. So I really haven't started needing to go on a Sunday to the flea market. And it's just super crowded. There's a lot happening. It gets hot. Although we're going into fall, winter, so it's going to be a lot better now. But going during the week is, like I said, definitely beneficial because you get better deals during the week. However, the caveat is there's not that many sellers there. Maybe your regular sellers aren't there. So you have to do these scouting missions. You have to figure out what's going to be the most beneficial for you and your business. Do you not have any family? Is it just you? Then you have all the time in the world. Who knows? I don't know what else, what other responsibilities you have, but you have to take that into consideration. Your time management. When can you go out sourcing? When can you have the time to find these items? Because then you got to list them all, right? You got to get them. You got to list them. That takes time as well too. So as you grow, you need to be able to find more items, and not just any items. You're not just going out there buying random random crap. um, you need to find items that sell, and that definitely takes a little bit of skill. We have the eBay app, which is great for when you're out there sourcing. Use it. It's a great tool. Use the tools that you have. One thing that I use kind of off topic a lot is the Chat GPT, the new AI system. And a lot of people are worried about AI or worried about this, but the way I look at it is use the tools that are at your disposal. It's there. It's there to use. Other people are using it. Why don't you use it? Same thing with the eBay app. You have the app in your phone. Whether or not you have service, that's another story. But you have the app. Use it. Look at up items. I know sometimes it can be in the beginning, even towards now, it can be kind of awkward looking stuff up. But it's better to look it up, confirm whether or not it's a buy or not a buy, than to buy a dud. And then you either have to list it for whatever you paid for it, take a loss, or sell it. It's going to be a learning experience. It's what it's going to be and what it's going to lead to. So, you still have to buy items that sell. That's crucial. Don't just start buying random items. Don't go out there and, I'm growing, so I just got to start buy. Don't do that. Because then you're going to end up with a bunch of a big death pile of stuff that are probably not going to sell, or they're going to sell below what you paid for it, or you might be wasting money just on... I think one thing people don't consider is the shipping supplies. If you buy some of your shipping supplies, you're wasting money just on those shipping supplies. It might not even be worth selling something for whatever you're going to sell it for if the shipping supplies, the cost of the shipping supplies is so high. So don't go buy random crap. Buy stuff that sells. Use the eBay app to check, even if you're on other platforms, because I know on other platforms you can't go back into a sales history and see what did this go for? What did this go for? You can't. You can see what's listed, but you can't necessarily see what has sold. So use the eBay app no matter what platform you're on. Download it. Use it to see what has sold recently in the last 3 months, especially if you are experiencing slow sales. Because that way you know what's going to sell fast. Okay? May take you a little longer in the beginning, but eventually once you get the hang of it, you'll move along through stuff. Now the next big topic I want to talk about is storage and organization, and where are you keeping all your stuff. It's huge part of your business, because you do not want to end up in a situation where you sell something and you can't find it. Trust me, I've been there. I've been there. It was actually happened last year sometime, and so I mean, just one is throwing me off. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. But make sure you have a great system set up to store your items and be able to find them once you sell them. Because some of those items, depending upon what you're sourcing, it's going to happen. You're going to have items that are going to sit there for a year, maybe 2 years. I know some people that have stuff for 2 years or 3 years. And you're going to completely forget about that item. It's going to sell, and then you're going to be like, if you have it in a specific area, in a specific system, in a box, use the SKU system on eBay. If you have any of that set up, you'll be able to find it very quickly. If you just have things thrown around, if you just have things stacked on shelves and boxes, whatever, unmarked, it comes time to sell it, good luck, and then you're going to waste a bunch of time trying to find those items. Don't waste time. Don't waste time when you don't have to waste time. Okay, set it up, everything ahead of time, and don't waste your time in shipping, because when shipping, getting things out quickly definitely helps in your eBay store. It helps you get good ratings. People love it when you get your items there so quick. Number one comment in my all my reviews: fast shipping. Got here quicker than anticipated. That's the number one comment, and I love seeing that. I want to see that. I ship within 1 day. I know a lot of people. I hear a lot of people do 3-day shipping. But whenever you, I may have mentioned. I know I mentioned this several videos ago. Think of yourself, the consumer. When you're listing items, when you're setting up your eBay store, any store for that matter, think of yourself as a consumer and what you appreciate and what you like to do with your store. Or when you're out shopping, I should say. When you're out shopping, what do you like? You want a good quality item, you want what you want, and you want it fast, which is what made Amazon so successful. Are we all going to become an Amazon? Not really, but we do want a piece of the pie. But that's why I offer 1-day turnaround. I offer free shipping. 1-day turnaround. I don't offer free shipping. Sorry. Free returns is what I offer. So, what I want in a service, I'm going to provide to my buyers that kind of service. What I want, what I expect. So, being able to find your items is going to help you tremendously when you sell your items. Now, I have stuff in banker boxes. All my banker boxes are labeled. Items that I do not put in banker boxes are like newer stuff, larger items. But I have a space for new boxed products. I have a space for glassware. I have a space for mugs. I have a specific storage unit that's all labeled for mugs and small glassware. Large glassware, I have shelving for all that stuff. And so that's all categorized and put into place. What else? I have a purse area where I store my purses. You hear me talk about it. It's completely filled right now. I'm not supposed to be buying purses, but I'm still buying some. So I have a purse. So I have a clothing rack. I have a lot of clothing hanging, and I have some clothing in totes, but I'm moving them more to a hanging system. Just because I found it easier to find my items, and I don't buy that much clothing, so I don't need that much hanging space. Then you need storage for your boxes, for your actual stuff you're going to send stuff out in, whether you get it from USPS, whether you get it from a place like Uline. I get my stuff from Uline, so whether you get it from Uline. I do get some stuff from Amazon too, depending upon the pricing. Basically, whatever's cheaper, and also it still has to be good quality. I don't want a box or anything to fall apart. So you got to think of all that storage, where you're going to put it all, what's going to make it the most efficient for you to grab an item and sell it. The other thing too regarding storage and organization is if you have offers open, and I recommend having offers open. What I do is I have offers open on anything over $20, anything under $20, no offers are open. But I do send out offers still, and I do allow counter offers as well on even those smaller items. So when you get an offer in, you don't want to be like, I got an offer in. Crap, where's that item? I haven't seen that in a year and a half. I better go make sure. That amount of time that's going to take you to first be like, wait a second, do I still have that item? And then you go look in your storage. You go look for it. Who knows how long that's going to take? That amount of time, someone's probably already lost interest in the item you have. They may not have. You know, it might be something so unique that you're the only one that has it, and they're willing to hang around and wait for you. But odds are, they're not going to wait for you. They're going to look, go somewhere else to find it from someone that does have it and that will be able to ship it out, and that, first of all, knows where it's at and can ship it out the next day. So, one thing I do, like if I'm on Amazon, if there's something that I need, that I want, I will definitely look on Amazon. And if it's not next day service, I'll look at Target. And if Target has it, even if it's $1 or $2 more expensive, I'll go to Target and go pick it up right now if I really wanted it. My throat's getting a little dry today. It's I think the weather's changing. It rained yesterday, so as the weather changes, my allergies start to, I don't know. So a little bit of a dry throat. But those are the two biggest things regarding growing your business. There's so many little nuances and things you'll learn as you grow your business. A lot of that stuff you have to learn by practice. You're going to make mistakes. Don't worry about making mistakes. Look to YouTube. Look for people that have made those mistakes. Look to people that can that provide you great information. Look for people that are out there shopping, so you know what to look for. You know how to, how they move through the store. you know, you see me moving in these stores, you see me moving in a certain pattern. Sometimes I change it, sometimes I don't, sometimes I just stick to that same pattern. But it just depends on the store that I'm at. So it's the most efficient for me. I'm going looking for those items that I want to get and sell. So the other things like tools at hand. You know, if you need to, like I said this before, get yourself a good pair of scissors. Look at that! I put a little tile on it because for the life of me, I always seem to lose these. Well, I don't lose them. I just kind of place them somewhere that I don't remember where, so I put a tile on it. But get yourself a good pair. Trust me, in this business, you need a good pair of scissors. These are Cutco scissors. I paid up for these. I didn't thrift these. I wish I had. $120 scissors, but these things will cut through everything. They'll work left. They'll work. Wait, that was my right. Right. They'll work left. They come apart, so if you need to use them as just a knife, they come apart like that. They'll cut through almost anything. And if you need to make a box, sometimes I do make a box. Yes, I do buy a lot of sizes that I have a lot of sizes that will accommodate most of the stuff that I sell. On occasion, I do have to cut up a box. These scissors work beautifully. Tape measures. Yeah, you guys don't see me ever take pictures. Maybe I'll do a picture video. My picture station, I have a ruler going up, a ruler going. Well, actually, you see in some of my earlier videos, you'll see where my earlier video where I did just what sold videos. You'll see my picture station. I have a ruler going horizontal, ruler going up. That way, when you're taking pictures, it gives the buyer a good idea of what the size. You see that ruler right behind me, right over here. That's for my pictures for clothing and stuff. When I hang them right here. Has a ruler to get a sense of the length of the overall item. Get yourself measuring tape. My measuring tape. Toolbox. I recommend an iFixit kit. I do buy and sell a lot of watches. I have a watch kit as well too, but this iFixit kit has come in handy with a lot of stuff. Especially things like this, like these Gemmy products. They have a little screw on the bottom where you gotta undo that screw in order to open the battery compartment. Get yourself a good kit. Keep it handy. Don't lose this stuff. You're gonna need cleaning supplies. You're gonna need Goo Gone. This stuff is amazing to take it off the left behind adhesive from removing labels. Get yourself alcohol. Be cautious with some of the chemicals because it could affect the product that you're going to try to sell. Heat gun. Heat gun is amazing. Be careful with, if you do buy a heat gun, these things get really super hot. And if you're using it on plastic, it'll start to melt the plastic or distort the plastic, so be cautious. But this will really help in removing labels as well too, especially tough ones like on if the label's like on stainless steel. Oh man, it's a pain in the butt. This will really help. What else? Knives or razor blades come in great and handy as well too. This one I got on Amazon. It's a little. It actually has like a little magnetic feature, like to keep it down. So you got to put the little arm in. This is a great little tool. I keep it on hand all the time. Blower. Can of air. You get can of air, but can of air can eventually get expensive. Get yourself a rechargeable one. Especially like me, because I buy a lot of keyboard. I love keyboards. I just bought another keyboard, but I shouldn't be buying any more keyboards either, because I think I'm going to keep it. So get yourself an air blower. This is going to help tremendously, especially with delicate items. This has a little bristle brush here that'll help get in crevices and get that dust out, and then blow it out, blow it away. Get yourself a scale, a good scale. I use an electronic scale, but those electronic scales, they always turn off. It's kind of annoying. I've almost thought of just getting a just a manual, like a kitchen scale type of situation, but we'll see. And then, as you get, as you start learning, you're going to learn other stuff that are going to help your business. Label make, not label maker, a label printer for all your, shipping labels will help tremendously. So there's so many little things that you'll learn along the way. Look at YouTube. YouTube is here. It's another tool. YouTube is another learning tool to help you. A glare or something. That's just a glare, I guess. I thought something was on my shirt right here. It's just a glare. Look at YouTube. It's another, tool to help learn. pretty much free. Might have to watch some ads. Otherwise, guys, I've talked a lot, and that's the end of the video for now. If you guys have any suggestions, if you guys need any, want me to answer any questions, you can definitely leave in the comment down below. I may start putting my Instagram page on the bottom. We'll see, depending on how things go here. And potentially, in the future, we may do some live videos. I'm going to have some more time on my hands to work on my business, hopefully work on videos, hopefully help you guys out. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate the thumbs up, appreciate new subscribers, but we'll catch you guys in the next video.